Hey guys, welcome back. Today it's all about product photography and those nasty reflections. No, wait, that's another video. This video is about how do we create reflections for our product to help our product look better. Our product today, I'm not sponsored by them, is the NYX Honey Do Me Up. There it is there. I'm going to use this in a bunch of different shots and show you how we create different reflections using different materials. Let's get into it. Like I said, I'm going to show you different ways of creating reflections for your product to make it look better. We're going to go through a bunch of different ways that you can do it, and there is a bonus way at the end. So stick around for that hot tip at the end. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at different materials. The first one is this here. It is a piece of white plexiglass and it has a shine to it. And that is one of the key factors in a lot of these things is that it has a shine. So when I put my product down like this, I get a shine. My main light here lighting me is also lighting the product, and it's creating a bit of a shadow right in here, which is perfect. That's what we want, is to get that bit of a reflection. Here it is on white plexiglass. It's this easy. Look at the finished photo. That looks pretty good. Now, let's take this up a notch to a really strong reflection, because you saw the plexiglass is not that strong. So let me grab this one. Here we go. This one is definitely on the shiny side because it is a mirror and it is a super shiny. So I simply take my product, set it there, and I really have a strong reflection. Depending on how strong you want the reflection, depends on what material you use. Look at this now. Look at the finished photo. That works awesome. So we've gone from a faint reflection to an intense reflection. Now let's try and get a little more creative and artistic to it. So let me get this mirror out of the way here and grab a couple of other pieces here. So just hang on a sec. We got a bunch of stuff here. Here is a roll of, it's kind of a shiny plastic. It's used to wrap gift baskets and flowers and things like that in. I picked it up at the dollar store really cheap. Now it is kind of staticky, which actually works really well, because I can just kind of static this down to create a shiny surface. And I could shoot the product on it just like that and it'll work well. But it is a little boring. Let's up the game a bit better. Here I have some tin foil boxes, basically. They're just a kind of a foil wrap box. I have a gold one and you can see it is shiny. And I have a red one. It's just as shiny. So if I put the red one here, put this on a bit of an angle, put my product there. Now I get the nice even red here. What I did is I simply added a studio light behind me to turn the wall a bit red, and the finished photo, check that out. So that's that little setup right there. So again, the key to all this is a shiny surface. I'm just letting you know the different types of materials you can use. Plexiglass, mirrors, this is like a thin cellophane wrap stuff. Foil boxes, and you could get creative, you could stack a bunch, you could do a ton of different things. Let your imagination run wild. So there's 3-4 ways right there that you can create these reflections, and that's all you want is that bit of reflection in the bottom. One, it helps ground your subject, and it gives it that bit of a creative edge, especially when you start getting into toning like this. I think that looks pretty cool. Let's get into the next way. Let me get some of this kind of out of the way for a second here, because we don't need it. Let me just get rid of that. Let's move this out of the way. And we're going to grab all this stuff. What is this? Check it out. I use these for filters in front of lights. You can do some really cool and strange stuff with it because it works as an awesome filter. But for doing creative work like this, they're shiny, and that's what we're after. So let's take some of these green ones like this. Let's put one down. Let's put one up. Let's put our product, and what do you get? Check out the finished photo. That was simply that set up like that. I taped this to the wall back here, moved the table back a bit, and that's the final result. Now, because this is clear, translucent, I put a little light behind it. So the soft box that I've got sitting over here that I actually used would cast a little bit of light through. But that's it. These are our dividers. I got them at the dollar store as well. They come in a multitude of colors and you can do so many different things with them. So Again, shiny, colorful, worked great. We're using the same product, but look at all the different looks that we're getting by using different material, and we're creating some awesome reflections to help make our image look great. Let's get into another one. Let me clear this one out of the way. This next one is a little on the messy side, so hold on tight for this one. Well, here's our next little setup. Again, we're using the mirror to get that awesome reflection. I've got a C-stand with a boom arm on here with some fishing line holding on to our product here just to give it a bit of an angle, a bit of a tilt. Now, I tell you, it is fussy, it is fancy trying to get that on the right angle. It took a while to get the tape and the string in the right place to get the right tilt so the label is still pointing forward. Here, we then add our secret ingredient to up the game even more. What is that, you say? It is water. So we're just going to add a little bit of water onto our set here. And we get an awesome reflection, not only from the mirror, but from the water. So if I put water on the surface, even on the plexiglass, I'm going to get a different style of reflection. Now, to create an even better looking image, because that just looks like a mirror with water on, and when you're zoomed in on the actual product, you can just basically see it just looks like a mirror. You can't even really tell there's water there. So let's create a little bit of rippling. Let's create a little bit of style. Now, I can do it by banging the table like that, and you can see how I create that little bit of a ripple to it, which works good because you want the ripple to go through the label, because you want the label and the reflection to have that little bit of wrinkling, a little bit of rippling. The other thing we can do is simply come back here and add some water behind it to create that little bit of a centrifugal force coming out, so I actually get waves coming out from the center of the product. So I say this one does get a little bit messy because the water gets everywhere. But check out the finished photo with this little setup. Check it out. I think that looks awesome. So let me clean this mess up out of the way and we'll wrap this up. Well, I decided to leave the mess so I can keep playing with it. But that's how easy this is to create different reflections using different material. And there's a ton of stuff I didn't even show you. This video would go on forever. There's tinfoil, there's glass, there's frosted glass. I mean, it's just endless. Anything that is shiny that will work. I think this one was my most favorite for an effective photo. But out of the ones you saw, which one did you like the best? Which one do you think worked the best? Let me know down below. Anyways, I did say that I had a bit of a bonus information and a bonus way of doing it. Now, that is quite simply faking it in Photoshop. So you can take it on a plain surface, piece of white, non-shiny, and you can create a reflection. You just simply copy the label, repaste it back in, lay it down in front, change your opacity, boom, you're done. Now, if you want to actually see me do that in Photoshop, let me know and I will gladly create a short video on how to create a reflection from something like this when you don't have a reflection. So anyways, that's it for this one. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you can apply this to your own product photography to create some stunning images. All right, that's it for this one. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're aware when I post new awesome videos like this. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. So, until the next time.